party glow. Rooba's raid was set to go. Hey ho, let the raid unfold. Rooba's lit but super old. Mash attacks, no shame, just pride. Captain Rooba's gaming worldwide. There are mushroom kingdoms jumping spree to duck hunt dogs that laugh with glee. He raced through Rainbow Road with pride and knocked them out in a blue shell ride. Hey ho, let the raid unfold. Rooba's lit but super old. Mash attacks, no shame, just pride. Captain Rooba's gaming worldwide. In Rocket League, his truck took flight. He flipped and soared in sheer delight, then leapt through Marvel Rivals War with Rocket, Penny, and Squirrel galore. He's built on blocks in Minecraft caves, fought Ganon deep in Zelda's waves, revived old dreams with every stream, a gamer's heart with a sailor's claim. Hey ho, let the raid unfold. Rooba's lit but super old. Mash attacks, no shame, just pride. Captain Rooba's gaming worldwide. So patch your files and grab your gear. Rooba's raid is drawing near. From ports of old to games just made, all hands prepare for Captain Rooba's raid.
Ahoy there, ye watchers of the wire! This be Captain Rooba, casting live from the Pixel Sea. If you be seeing and hearing this, then my signal be true, and our time together has begun. Now, before we weigh anchor, I found something floating off the starboard side. A message in the bottle from a crewmate who's been feeling the kinda conundrum that don't show up on maps. Let's take a look. Hey Rooba, why is it every time I open social media, it feels like everyone else is doing something amazing? New jobs, vacations, and toys. And then there's me, just stuck. Even when I do something I'm proud of, it only takes one swipe to feel like it's not enough. Like I'm faking it, or that people will eventually figure out that I don't know what I'm doing. Have you ever felt like you don't measure up, even when you're trying your best? Jordan. Aye, Jordan. That one hits like a rogue wave. You look around and it seems like everyone's sailing faster, smoother, and shinier. Like their whole voyage be polished and posted while you're just patching leaks below deck. But here's a secret most won't tell ye. Nearly everyone feels that way. I felt it myself. Heck, I feel it on the regular. Especially when I see me viewer count. But what you see online only be the highlight reel, not the whole voyage. So today's raid be all about comparison. That sneaky wave that tells ye everyone else has it figured out, while you be barely holding on to the helm. We'll talk about imposter syndrome, social pressure, and why we feel like we're faking it even though we ain't. And to help us chart that course, we'll start with a game that throws you straight into the world where everyone else looks stronger. As always, we be talking while gaming, so batten down your browsers, raise your mugs, and sound off in chat if you be aboard, because the voyage begins now. First mate! You know what to do.
All hands on deck, time to game. Weigh anchor!
Every braggart telegraphs. Sides means not if you spot the wink before the wallop. And this is the part of success that you don't always see. It's the time that's spent outside of the arena that matters the most, not the time inside. Tiny counters make big rounds. One clean dodge, one straight to the chin. Small honest hits stack faster than wild swings. Going to hit Mr. Honda. Going to punch him in the face. We're gonna mace him up a little bit, and we're gonna make him look not so pretty. Saved by the bell. When the bell saves your ribs, breathe, change the timing, and come out different. A round lost ain't the voyage sunk. Max stars don't come from envy. They come from consistent craft. Do the right thing twice, then land the uppercut. Chopping him down. But he gets back up. He gets like 1,000 chances. So I gotta jab, then dodge. 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 Dodge! Dodge! Oh, for Pete's sake. So, when you feel like the smallest scrapper in the world of giants, remember, you ain't meant to start with the power of bosses. You're meant to earn it, one victory at a time. That be growth, and it matters more than looking the part. Now, from punches to rail grinds, we set our sights on the year 2000, while the crew trims the canvas and finds our win. First mate!
Trivia's here, so gather near. A break from quest, but not from cheer. Answer right or walk the plank, but get it wrong, we'll still say thanks.
Now this takes me back. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. A game that made every deckhand dream of grinding rails, landing 900s, and collecting the letters SKATE like treasure charts. Funny thing though, watching the pros in this game, it can make you feel clumsy. Everyone else seems so smooth, pulling combos, stringing tricks like poetry in motion. And there ye be, crashing into the half pike like a sack of wet rope. So, let's get her on! Here.
When I get the turbo upgrade for this cart. Not gonna bounce back from that easily.
Here's a secret. What looks easy never is. Behind every clean combo be 100 crashes. Every smooth grind, hours of missed landings. We only see the highlight reel, the perfected run. Same with social feeds. You don't see the scrapes, the bailouts, the bruises, just the finished trick. Skating like life is a game of falling and getting back up. If you're tumbling, you're learning. Every failed ollie teaches timing. Every crash teaches balance. And if you never fall, it means you're not trying hard enough. All right.
Oh, dude, that deck's kind of bisky.
Yeah, skating like life is a game of falling and getting back up. If you're tumbling, you're learning. Every failed ollie teaches timing. Every crash teaches balance. And if you never fall, it means you're not pushing hard enough to grow. Since we're talking a little bit about imposter syndrome, this is a good time to bring up how many hours I've been spending on this game. I used to be really good at this game back in the day, but I'm having to relearn everything all over again. So even me misjudge sometimes how good I am at things. Don't measure yourself only by the 900s. Celebrate landing that simple kickflip. That's progress. That's growth. A small victory on your own terms means chasing someone else's scoreboard. Top quality gameplay. So, if you ever feel like the whole world is cooler, smoother, and shinier, remember the truth. What looks effortless be built on countless unseen stumbles. You're not behind, you're learning, and learning be the real trick. Now then, let's set sail into darker waters next, where silence and doubt test your mettle. But first, starting to feel stiff in me bones. First mate!
Time to move your ceilings. Hey! Shake out the barnacles and stretch in time. Roll your shoulders, bend your spine. We've gained for hours now, lift and sway. For your knees cry out, mutiny. Spin your arms like a ship in a storm. Loosen the ropes and feel it transform. Big wide circles round they go, like a kraken's hug, go nice and slow. Drop your chin and roll it round like a compass swinging homeward bound. Left and right, don't strain the mast. We need that neck for shouting fast. Bend at the waist like the sails in wind. Reach for your toes, no need to pretend. If you can't reach, that's no shame. Your boots are probably to blame. Sway like a ship that's caught mid-tilt. Stretch that trunk like a mainsail quilt. Left and right, don't capsize yet. We need you limb before what comes next. Shake out the barnacles and stretch in time. Roll your shoulders, bend your spine. We've gained for hours now, lift and sway. For your knees cry out, mutiny. So shake out the barnacles, flex and grin. Rooba's raid is still in swing. You've stretched and swayed, now back to play. Let's game like Mace the Rooba way. And stretch in time. Roll your shoulders, bend your spine. We've gained for hours now, lift and sway. For your knees cry out, mutiny.
That feels better. Glad we got the blood flowing again. And now we descend into the ruins of Hollow Nest. Hollow Knight from 2017. A world that gives you no map, no guide, just silence and shadows. Ye stumble blind, wondering if you even belong in these caverns. Sound familiar? Comparison hits hardest where you're wandering in the dark. Everyone else seems to have a map, the upgrades, the confidence, and while you're sitting there lost, thinking maybe you're the only one who missed the briefing. Here we are! Hollow Knight! Everything we're looking for. So, grab me trusty controller here. And let's just play like this. It's more comfy anyway. No, I don't want to quit the game. We're going to start the game. That's how this works. Finding a bench in this game feels like a treasure. A breath. A pause. Progress don't always be a grand victory. Sometimes it's a safe spot where you can rest and gather yourself. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. In Hollow Knight, you don't start with a map. You earn it later, piece by piece. You can't compare your path to another sailor's when you're still charting your own seas. Just because their map looks filled, don't mean you're behind. You just be exploring different waters. Hollow Nest feels empty, lonely, and when you be alone too long, that imposter voice creeps in. Maybe you don't belong here. Maybe you're not strong enough. But every player feels that same lostness, even the ones that make it look easy. Doubt be part of the journey, not proof you shouldn't be on it. Yay, that was easy. True strength comes from persistence. This wee knight don't roar, don't boast, don't strut with flashy powers. He just keeps going, swing after swing, step after step. And that crew be the heart of it. True strength ain't in how you look. It's the fact that you kept walking even when the caverns whispered you shouldn't. So, if comparison be a storm, Hollow Knight reminds us the map comes later, the path clears with time, and the ones who keep walking be the ones who discover the light. You don't need to look the part, you just need to stay the course. Now, let's return to the helm for some final thoughts before the tide takes us elsewhere. First mate! Well, crew, we've come full circle. From Little Mac's lonely start, to Tony Hawk's endless falls, to Hollow Knight's quiet caverns. We've seen what comparison can do. Makes you feel small, makes you feel fake, like you don't belong at the helm of your own ship. But let's lift the bottle again for Jordan's words. That question, what if I don't measure up? I felt it too. Truth is, most of us have. What you see on the waves of social media be but a polished surface, a highlight reel, shiny decks that don't show the leaks below. Every ship fights the gales, every sailor doubts their course, and imposter syndrome, that be a sign you sail in uncharted waters, growing in ways you just can't measure yet. So, take this quote with ye. To quote Mr. Twain, comparison be the death of joy. It makes calm waters look dull and rough seas look shameful. But in truth, every vessel sails its own weather. Your voyage ain't late, your progress ain't fake. If you're still afloat, you're already doing enough. That be our time today. If you got a hankering on your heart, toast a note in the bottle and cast it to ask@CaptainRooba.com. And remember, you always have a spot on me crew and be welcome aboard, just as you are. First mate! See you next time.
Now sails are furled, the games are done. The sea grows calm beneath the sun. You sailed along through laughs and play, and brightened up the captain's day. So fare you well, farewell. the captain's in port ashore. Until the wind fills sails once more, we'll rest our eyes and dreams restore. May joy and peace find you today, and all your storms be far away. So fare ye well, fair winds to you, until our streams set sail anew. We'll raise a mug and cheer once more, next time the captain's in port ashore. Subscribe and drop a line. Follow the crew through space and time. Go ring that bell and stay the course. You're always welcome here, of course.